It was so simple.
Hmm.
And I just remember it as a moment of, okay, Steph, you did it. It was so scary. It took you 5 years to do it,
Yeah.
but you did it and it was okay.
Hmm.
And I mean, it's scientifically proven that we always make things bigger and scarier
Yep.
when we don't know what's going to be the outcome, right? And so here I am, like that exact situation. And it's like, oh, okay. So then it took me maybe a couple more years where I said, you know, I want to start doing every other night lunches. I don't want to make lunch every night. And he was like, okay, but I'm not going to remember. So we need a system. And I was like, okay, whatever you want to do. And so we got on a system and he put it on the calendar and he did lunches every other night. And it was just like this slow unfolding, right?
Hmm.
And it came from that very first moment where I had to be honest with myself and say, Steph, I mean, like this type A stuff's great, but it's not working anymore.
Yeah.
And if I had continued, I have 13 and 10 now, my kids. If I had continued the way that I was going and we hit that pandemic,
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. I don't know. It's like when what you say, if you hadn't stopped drinking, it's like, I don't know what would have happened,
That would have
but
been,
it would not have been good for any of us, but especially for me, right?
yeah.
But I
No,
might not even be in this house right now,
no,
right?
no, no.
And so you got to do scary things sometimes
Yeah.
to really make a difference in your life. And it's this funny little, compound effect. It's like you just do a little bit. And I didn't do anything else for years. I was like 2 years
Hmm.
later, and then I did a little more. And even just recently, we were talking about this 2 years into the pandemic. My husband, who normally would work out of the home every day, 12 hours, he's gone. All of a sudden, he's home every single day, and it's different. Let's put it
Hmm.
that way.
Yep.
But we got used to it. But 2 years into that new relationship and that new dynamic, I go to you, I go, oh no, he could totally be driving the kids to school in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Why am I still driving the kids to and from school? This is interesting.
Hmm.
And so I asked him and I said, what do you think? Would you like to take the kids to school on Wednesdays? Would that be interesting or fun to you? Do you have the time? What works for you? And he was like, no, that sounds great. And I'm like, isn't it crazy it took me this long to think it? And he's like, I know. I think we were just stuck in our routines. And it's like, here we go.
Yep. It's the
Back
list.
in routines.
We're back.
It's the
Yeah, it's
list.
the list and the routines. It's so easy. It's
And it's
not complicated.
necessary.
Yeah.
It's necessary for having children, let's be honest. Like you've
Hmm.
got to be consistent. You have to get them out of the house at the same time every day. You're going to pick them up at the same time. You got
Yep.
to go to basketball at the same time. These are the things you do. And so you get sucked in.
Hmm.
But you have to remember the forest,
Hmm.
the trees are there. And it's like, oh, you're here. You're available. This is amazing. Take this opportunity to bring them to school. And then now he has a whole dynamic with them on Wednesdays.
Yep.
And it's a benefit, not just to me, it's a benefit to us all. And I think that's really the direction that people like me who talk to parents about care and
Yep.
self mothering or self care, as people are saying, I think that's the direction that we're trying to push people towards.